have second sessions and then just only 40 minutes.
No, I didn't ask. I really don't know if they went back in.
I don't know. I see. Okay.
Hi, everyone.
Let's welcome some of our new members.
Here.
Bipasha, what do you say?
Now we have 3 members are here.
Yeah. All right, so Jatumbo, where are you from? Welcome to our live.
Hello, everybody. Baby, I think it's my first time here right now. Like you said, my name is Jotombo. I'm from Madagascar, but I'm living in Moscow right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, nice to meet you, Jotombo.
Yeah,
How about? Yes.
Yeah, I'm a student.
You're a student. Oh.
Yeah.
The university?
Exactly.
So what are you taking right now?
Right now, just I have this appointment for to discuss to join us for this community.
I mean, your degree, what are you taking right now?
Or about my study, about my education. Okay, it's my master degree. I'm gonna take master degree.
Okay, so thank you very much. Let's welcome back Claudia. How are you? How are you, Claudia?
Hi, I'm fine. Very good. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Cold day today in Santiago. We are in autumn.
Autumn.
That's it. So cold today. About 2 degrees.
2 degrees. Wow.
2 Celsius degrees right now.
It's very cold.
Very cold. Yeah.
I see. All right. So how about Mr. P? Hello, Mr. P. Welcome. Mr. P, can you hear us? Mr. P, are you there? Yeah, we can't hear you. Can you hear Mr. P, guys? Can you hear him?
No, I don't.
No. Park always has problems.
I'm from Thailand. I attend for this school for okay. I don't attend for this school for long. I don't attend. I am.
Mr. P, there you go. We can see you. Oh, now you're out. You're lost.
How can you know she is Mr. P? Maybe
because of his pictures.
Yeah, Chico. No. In fact, he called Park.
Park?
He's Park, yeah. I met with him in another meeting. Yeah.
But
I never seen his face. It's my first time.
I see.
So young. He's a boy.
Mr. Park, okay, so are you from South Korea? Mr. Park? Anyway, okay, guys, so today's meeting is all about English. Anything you can talk, you can share. Anyway, I share some questions that we can guide through our discussion, all right? So let me share my screen if you have not seen my post. So here are some questions that I posted in the group. So we can go through these questions or else you can also share anything about your experience with your studies. Okay. So number 1 question is, what are you struggling with in your English right now? It's, let's say, vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, speaking, writing. Okay, so what are you struggling right now? Who wants to speak first?
Okay, I can speak.
All right, go ahead, Martha.
Right now, I'm struggling with speaking, with communication. I
Mhm.
need to gain more confidence to speak because sometimes I know a lot of vocabulary, but when I speak, I forgot everything. I just go and I just say the basic. And questions, I feel that I understand like the WH questions. I don't have no problem. But when I do questions, we do, did, does,
Mhm.
I forgot to put the auxiliary in the right place. To put it before, and I like sometimes I feel embarrassed to speak because it's like ugly. Like I don't want. I don't know. I feel embarrassed, and I have problems connecting sentence like using however, nevertheless. Like still, I just go with the basic sentence, and that's it.
Okay, so you have to practice. You need to put into practice whatever you learn, any words, because if you don't practice, then easy to forget, right? So
Yes, I
anyway,
think that's my main problem. Yes.
anyway, you're living in New Jersey, so your surrounding, I think they speak English.
No,
I
it
think.
is. I think that is me. The problem is me that I don't want to sound like I don't know like okay. I want to speak fluently. Like
You can practice with the people around you if they speak English, right?
yes,
Yes.
yes, I do. It's just that before I didn't practice a lot because I just want my kids to learn Spanish, and now uh, I I feel embarrassed to start doing the conversation.
I see. I understand. All right. Thanks for sharing, Martha. Let's go to Haru. What are you struggling with your English right now, Haru?
Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Hi, everyone. I'm Haru from Tokyo, Japan, and this is first time for me to join this meeting on this Facebook group. I'm so excited. And my answer is I'm struggling with speaking, especially to express my feeling and a complex opinion. As long as I talk about myself, my job, my lifestyle, I'm comfortable. But for example, after listening to someone, I want to express what I feel or what is my opinion, but I'm struggle with making a good sentence and structured sentence. So that is what I'm struggling with.
I can imagine that one because same thing with my students. They know a lot of vocabulary, grammar rules, but in terms of speaking, they don't know how to organize their sentences because the structure of their English is totally opposite. This, for example, this is grammar and this subject, and so they confuse how to organize when they're having a conversation. So I understand what you're saying. Hello. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing. Let's go to, okay, who wants to speak? Raise your hand. Claudia? Ah, okay. Be Pasha.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And now I am struggling with fluent speaking. And that's why I'm here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay.
That's it?
And
Raja?
yes, yes.
Continue.
That's all. Okay, that's all.
That's all. Okay, so yes, you have to practice and find your speaking partner in the group. We have many chat rooms in the group, Grace. You can join and then start conversation. You can open any topics, then you can talk to other Fluency members. All right. So let's move on to Claudia. Okay, go ahead, Claudia.
Yeah, in my case, I'm struggling. I'm fighting. In fact, I'm fighting with some prepositions and phrasal verbs. How can I add some phrasal verbs in my speaking? Yeah, and 1 years ago, I was struggling with my opinion, my thought, my feeling, as Haru said, and I started to record myself every day. And with some questions, for example, your questions are very useful. And in every community, every meeting, they have a lot of questions. And try to copy and paste in my notebook these questions, and I make calendar for every day. And I started with 30 days. Then I follow with 70 days, and so on. After a few times, my thoughts were releasing super smoothly. Yeah, when something was asking some question, or when I want to express my opinion in some subject, I just was thinking about the answer, not about the structure, not about every grammar tool. Yeah, just sending my message. Yeah, because always we make mistake when we are trying to communicate, but at least the another person receive the message and understand. I think the best tool to release your thought in English is recording every day, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, no more than that. Yeah, one question per day. And after all, you realize that really are thinking in English, and you release you're speaking to other person. It's an amazing, it's incredible tool, I think. But today I'm struggling with grammar.
I understand.
I like your idea. I like your idea.
Very good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So as long as the person you're talking to understand what you are trying to say, right? Yes. Good job, Claudia. Let's see. Welcome, Jonathan. Long time no see, Jonathan.
Hello to everybody. Yes, long time no see. I've been busy, but as I told you in the chat, every time I've got the opportunity to join these speaking groups, I will take it. I hope we have a lovely meeting today.
I see. Okay. How about Fabio? Long time no see, Fabio.
Yeah, long time no see. Ali. Alin? No. Is that
Lynn.
Lin. Sorry. Alin.
How are you doing, Fabio?
I'm doing well. Just thinking a lot this weekend of where I'm going with my studies. So it's a reflective, no, I don't know, a reflective weekend, something like that.
The last time you joined my meeting, you mentioned that you're going to Warsaw. Have you been to Warsaw?
Yeah, I've been in Warsaw and many other places also. Yeah.
So how was it? Did you have fun?
Yeah, of course.
I see.
Life is more easy, I guess, or more fun if you don't have to study and you just travel.
I can imagine. Okay, let's welcome to our new participants, Agnieszka. Agnieszka?
Agnieszka. Yes, hello. I'm first time with you in such a meeting. It's something new for me. I'm from Poland, so Warsaw is in Poland. I hear you. You are talking about Warsaw. So so hello. I'm learning English because I will need it for my new job. Because I want to change a job. I'm a pharmacist, but I don't want to work in a pharmacy. And I want to join to clinical trials. It's not so easy, and I have to be fluent to do it. So I'm learning.
I see. Okay, welcome, Agnieszka. So let's move on again to Jautumbo. What are you struggling with your English right now? Can you share with us?
Okay. I'm struggling. My English right now is about first is what is listening. Listening. It's my first thing is listening. Maybe it's all about English, but the first thing is listening because usually in generally I was listening to podcasts. I was watching videos in English like debates and break news. Yeah, speaking just like I'm here right now. I want to improve my speaking and what is to be fluently like everybody to understand about grammar, vocabularies. Maybe maybe I think it's all about English. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jautumbo. So keep listening. Okay. There are many English podcasts. And try to practice your listening. Listen.
You know, listening it's very important because when you listening, they're like the people is native speaker speaking on the TV. Maybe it's difficult to understand them because they speak fast and to combine some words, the grammar and they use the contraction main meaning.
Because they don't speak word by word. They usually use linking sound or reduction. So that's why you have to know.
If I'm communicated with my student, my friends, I understand them because they speak in English, but I understand they speak slowly. But I understand them, but they're like American, like it's difficult to understand them. That's the reason why not every day, but usually I was listening to podcasts.
That's great. Okay, so keep going. How about Jonathan? What are you struggling right now? Are you struggling? I think you speak well.
Well, even though I've got some experience speaking in English and so on, I must confess that learning English sometimes becomes a daunting experience, because even though you think you have a good level, you always find that there is another step you must take in order to reach the proficiency. For example, I've got a C1. Well, I got a C1 certificate 2 years ago, but eventually I've discovered that there is a lot of grammar structures out there I didn't even know about. So, well, I guess that in this process of learning English, you have to figure out a way to go the extra mile, and you have to make an effort, because if you're not surrounded by English speakers, you have to manage a way to deal with English on your daily basis. For example, in my case, it's difficult because I've got free time on weekends, so I can watch series, TV shows, and so on. So every time I've got the opportunity, I try to learn collocations, idioms, and so on, and try to take them on board, because it is okay to have a basic grammar knowledge, but if you want to sound more natural, or if as I said, if you want to go the extra mile, you have to sit down and make an effort. So you need to read a lot, you need to listen a lot, and I saw a message on the chat. I look like a Coldplay singer.
Coldplay singer.
I don't know. It's the first time that someone tells me that. Okay, thank you.
I see.
I'd rather
Yeah.
to have their money rather than their appearance, but okay, we can work with that. And and yes, learning English is difficult, but it deserves a shot, because I have discovered a huge world where I can connect with people. And in my case, professionally speaking, I'm an engineer. So I've found that there is a lot of information, useful information out there in English. So it comes in handy if you want to improve professionally and personally speaking.
Wow, that's nice. Thank you very much, Jonathan. How about Fabio? Fabio?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yes.
I was about to say that I need to correct some constructions in English, because I keep saying them and just reinforcing my mistakes again and again. So I need to like someone like a tutor or someone. I'm thinking, no, that point out my mistakes so that I don't keep saying them, because it sounds unnatural. Sometimes, when we say, I don't know what that is. Sometimes we tend to say, "Well, I don't know what is that." And that's the
What it
mistake. It's
is.
not a question; it's a statement, right? So things like
Yeah.
that, and yeah, maybe a little bit more of speaking, because I do know that I recognize some words, but I cannot come up with those words that other people use, right? I know sometimes that are common, but it just those don't cross my mind when I'm speaking. So those things.
You forgot the words that we're going to use during the conversation.
Yeah, and I end up using very colloquial words instead.
All right. Okay, how about Agnesha? Thank you, Fabio. Agneska? You're mute.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes.
Okay.
The question was, what are you struggling right now with your English?
Okay. So speaking is something that's I'm struggling with, because I have nobody to speak to. I don't use English every day. And in my city is quite small, so there is no, like in Warsaw, many people that speaks English. I have no friends that speak English, not many friends. But I started to, I've got lessons with native speaker twice a week for maybe 1.5 months, and it's really it really helps me. I'm better now because I understand many things, but I couldn't say words.
Can't practice it because no
Yes,
one
I
can
have
practice.
practice.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm here with you.
yes, but once a week practice is not enough. So you have to practice at least every single day. If you want to practice your English, you can try to find your speaking partner in the group. There are many members in the group that really want to improve their speaking skills. So you can try to connect with them and try to find your speaking partner. Why not?
Okay. And how they are speaking usually by phone
sometimes
or
they
by
use WhatsApp or Telegram or Skype, or sometimes here Zoom. So you can arrange your schedule with your speaking partner and have a conversation with them. Yes.
You're right.
Okay, so moving on to our next question. We only have 8 minutes, but after this meeting, we have second session. So if you still free, you can rejoin with the same link. Okay, so what is next question? Let me share my screen again. All right, so you can choose any of these questions. Who wants to, let's go to, who's this? Martha, you feel bored?
No, I'm listening. It's very interesting. No.
I see. Okay. You can choose any of these questions. Which do you prefer to answer? 2, 3, until 10. Can you see my screen? Okay.
Yeah, very good.
I see. Very good. That's great.
Oh, Claudia or Martha?
Yeah, I could ask someone. Perhaps can you share your daily routine for the studied English?
Okay. Can you? Number 9 question. Can you share your daily routine for studying English?
Number 9.
Yes, number 9. Okay, so what is your daily routine for your
in my case, I'm studying Monday to Friday, and in the morning I try to practice some shadow technique.
Shadowing.
With a coach chat. He's an American teacher, and after that for 10 minutes, and after that I try to read some Taylor, some stories. No, histories that are posting in YouTube by the BBC, short stories, beautiful stories, something like that. It's called for 10 minutes too. And in lunchtime, perhaps reading a little. And I try to meet almost every day with this kind of group. Yeah, and when I don't have this group, I try to record some questions. I'm recording myself. I can't nowadays to I can't to record by video by myself because I'm distracting and I forget the answer when I see me.
When you see yourself
I can't
on the screen.
I can't to overcome this kind of distracting. Yeah, for the reason I record myself just by audio. Yeah, and during my weekends, I practice with my group that I'm learning on Saturdays grammar. Yeah, we have some workshop and try to meet with some groups as well, like our group, and talk. I try to talk every day because I'm living in a Spanish environment and working mostly in Spanish environment. Yes, I use my English when we have some process of certification. I have to work there as a translator because our consultants are foreign people. They just talk in English, and my coworkers just talk in Spanish. And then when we have this kind of process, this is like audit process. Yeah, I have to translate my way they are describing their job. I have to translate, and then the consultant have some questions. I have to translate the question and vice versa. Yeah, but it's not all time. The most of time I'm working in a Spanish environment. I don't have a Spanish environment at all, and then I have to recreate my English environment. And for example, I like so much to do exercise in the morning, and I found some videos on YouTube that they are giving classes, but in English. Or perhaps I try to listen some audio or some podcast for 30 minutes, but daily, in order to adapt my ear to this language. And in fact, I want to say to Martha that it's not necessary to live in a
speaking country.
In an English speaking country. Yeah, it's not necessary to learn. Yeah, this she said that she have a problem because American people trying to speak in Spanish and she trying to speak in English, and all of them try to speak or learn more. Yeah, but you can learn more with no native English speaker too, because we are struggling with the same facts, listening or pronouncing, and some letters. For example, Hispanic people don't use so much sh, the sound sh. Yeah, we are using ch. Yeah, for this reason, sometimes it's difficult because we try to change this kind of sound. And for example, one day I tried to talk about a teacher. Yeah, I was talking about the teacher that I bought, that I tried to find in online and something like that. And the teacher.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, guys. Sorry.
And she understood that I'm trying to looking for a teacher online. No, I was talking about the teacher, to use a teacher. Yeah, and I was confused because we have some sound that we usually don't use in Spanish. Yeah, and that's it. We share this a lot of experiences that we feel so grateful because we feel not alone.
Because I didn't understand anything. I didn't understand anything like the news, and now I'm watching a lot of movies because I think that I have the opportunity to speak or practice with somebody, but I need to have more words or sentences to start a conversation, because it's hard for me to take the initiative in a conversation if I don't have enough words, enough vocabulary to continue the conversation. And now I'm doing all the stories that we are doing in the group. I take the vocabulary, create sentence. I'm doing the flashcards with all the new vocabulary, all the paraphrases. I putting that in the card, and I read them every day, because now I'm really motivated to continue with my English practice.
Okay. All right. Guys, I'm asking you in the chat if you would like me to break out this room, or would you prefer to stay in the main room altogether? Which do you prefer?
It's my point of view. It's maybe it's to stay in
The main
here
room?
because the main room, because it's my point of view. It's my opinion, because we are just
We're only
seven.
7, right?
Yeah,
I
Okay.
agree. I agree
we
because
we can to take a break at room, but it's not enough to just
Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, no problem. So if you just want to stay in the main room, then we can stay here because our time is just 40 minutes. So I'm just worrying if you don't have enough time to practice. So if you would like to break out this room, then we can break out. But if you want to stay in the main room, then we just stay here. Okay?
okay.
Do you agree?
Okay.
Just stay here in the main room so you can
Yeah.
also listen to others.
Oh, maybe everybody
I
has
agree with
something to say.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, so that's better. You just stay here so we can also listen to other opinions.
And
will you
we
please
can
allow
speak
me?
very organized and try to move on everyone, and try to speak not too much, but try to speak the
main
specific sentence.
the
Yeah.
main thing.
Move on. The next.
Yeah, next. Okay. So let's give chance to others. Okay. So I'll go for Jotombo. Can you share your daily practice?
Okay, my daily routine about in English, right?
Yes.
Oh, first of all, every morning I was reading book. It's like an obligation for me to read a book in English every day morning. And then if I have a lot of time in the afternoon or the evening, I was watching the movies and watching break news. And then I was learning some vocabularies, and sometimes I can find the people to practice my English with him or with her. Sometimes it's not every day. It's not every day. That's my daily routine in general. But sometimes I was enjoying the community on the group in WhatsApp, like this. It's not anything.
Well done. All right. Thank you very much, Jotombo. Okay, so let's move on to Judy. You raise your hand.
Yes, okay. Will you please allow me, Lynn? I just want to share my opinions.
if we are talking, the question is what I do for the in the routine to practice English, right? Okay. For me, I just simply try to use to my ears and my tongue to English. So what I do is just every day I just while I'm working, while I'm typing, I'm listening to the podcast or listening to the English narrations or conversations, everything. But I just choose the light material, or sometimes I choose to I read the light reading or the light article, and then I just want to get used to in English. So I never practice tongue twister because for me it's rather hard. But I prefer to listen to the YouTube channels. I just choose the short time narrations. Just I choose the video with 6 till 15 minutes, and then I just repeat it for a week. Uh, so in this today, I just listen to it, and then at the evening or tomorrow, I try to imitate her or imitate the speaker, and then tomorrow the next after tomorrow, I listen again, and then I try to imitate again, and it happens for a week, and the next week I change the material or adjust the video. Yes, I know it's a little bit slower to get the progress, but that's my effort to hone my the way of speaking in English or the way of speaking in English. So that's what I am doing.
Okay, keep going, Judy. Thanks for sharing. Let's
Thank
move
you.
on to Jonathan. How about you, Jonathan?
Yes. Well, in my case, it's difficult to talk about daily routines because every day is different. It would be more appropriate to talk about weekly routines, but I try to do different things. For example, one day, on Monday, I try to improve my listening, next day reading, and so on. I found quite useful to read stories, watch series in order to improve my English skills, because when you are obsessed with the grammar, is learning English get boring and that's a problem because you won't remember what you study. So it is better to find a common ground between what you want and how you can enjoy this process. So I always recommend it to read magazines, watch series and movies in order to learn English in a more appropriate way. For example, soap operas are are a good exercise, because I remember when I went abroad, I went to Russia, and I wanted to learn some of the Russian language and Cyrillic alphabet. I tried to watch soap operas, and I learned a lot of sentences. So that's why I recommend to watch a series, because it's easier to remember the story, and then you connect to the sentences, to the grammar, and so on, rather than just take a grammar book and read it and study every day, which is really boring.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I can imagine that. That's better if you just watch teleseries and can follow and listen, practice your listening skills as well. All right, thank you very much.
Exactly,
How
because
about
you remember the story, you remember the story, and then you remember the
the
structures,
words,
the
the
sentences.
sentence structure? Yeah, that's better.
Exactly, and also the pronunciation.
Exactly, that's better. My favorite before was Suit. Have you watched that teleseries movie Suit? Very nice. I love their cast and also the words that they use it about law. It's very nice. So I have my videos, some videos on my YouTube channel that I use for the pronunciation. So I recommend you guys, if you are trying to improve your listening skills, Suit teleseries movie. It's very nice to watch.
How you spell that suit?
Suit, like,
S-U-I-T?
yeah, that's right. S-U-I-T. S-U-I-T. Yeah.
That's the name of
SIT.
Yeah, they
It's
have
a-
many videos on YouTube. You can find it.
is it series or movie?
Series. Yeah, series movie.
Oh,
Suit.
And
They're
YouTube or Netflix?
Netflix, YouTube, Google's, they have it.
Oh, yes? Okay.
Yes, you can find it. Okay, so how about Agnes? Agnesa, I'm always having hard time to pronounce your name. How to pronounce your name? Agneska? Agnesa. You're mute. Can you unmute yourself? Unmute yourself, Agneska. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Agnieszka.
Agnieszka.
Yeah.
Okay.
When in Polish, when we have S and Z together, it's sh.
It's the really
Not
typical.
Agnieszka.
Agnieszka. Okay.
So I don't like routines. That's my problem because I'm not like today 15 minutes listening and I don't like it. But I used to watch a series Good Doctor in English because I want to improve my medical vocabulary. And it was interesting, and the main character he has got autism, and he speaks very slow, and I understand when he's I understand every word because but if someone else is talking it's a different thing. So but I like this series and I'm watching it. But now I'm focused on job interview because I will have a job interview in English. So I'm watching on YouTube these videos about job interview. It's my first time to have a job interview in English. So it will be difficult for me and I'm preparing for this opportunity.
Yes. Fingers crossed with your interview. I hope you will get a new job. Yeah.
Sometimes I use some apps to learn grammar, but
Doesn't
not
help.
it doesn't help. No, sometimes it's good to remember about some rules, but I think listening and speaking is more important. And only sometimes I go to grammar to check something, some rules.
All right. Okay, keep going, Agnieszka. How about Fabio? Welcome back, Fabio. What happened to your connection?
No, yeah, I was interested in question number 8. Okay,
Question number 8.
about
What was that? Question number 8.
was how motivated are you to learn English? Something like that.
To improve your English. Yes. How motivated are you?
So I was thinking that I'm not much motivated now. When I came from Poland, it's hard to make my studies and English work together again. So I think I have to choose, one or the other. So that's why I have like 1 week without not practicing English at all. And often I have those things of saying something in English all of a sudden when I'm studying, when I'm talking to someone in Spanish. and it's sometimes it's not good to think so, because we are trying to discuss serious concepts in physics, and my mind just wants to translate that, and or wonder. So it tries to wonder, how it would be in English. How I would say that in English, and I should be more focused on the physics behind the you know the translation of a certain topic. So that's why I lost like a little bit of motivation in English and in improving, and I just try to practice every now and again, and that's it.
You
Just keep
go
it.
back. You have to go back to the drawing board, Fabio.
Yeah, just maybe during my evenings would be perfect if I have some English meetings, but it's not very common.
Yeah, you lost on track with your studies.
Yeah, most meetings are in the morning or in afternoon. Morning.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going, Fabio. Let's move on
Okay.
to our new participants. Va. Who's Va?
Yeah, good evening. I'm from Thailand.
Yes, can we see you? Can we see you, Va?
Sorry?
If you can turn on your cam, can we see you?
Sorry, now I'm sexy. Yeah, just a minute. I is wearing the shirt. Just a minute.
Okay.
Because now today I'm very sexy.
All right, take your time. So we're talking about your English studies, how your daily routine, and how motivated are you. So if you can share anything, you can just continue talking.
Yeah. So in the 2 years ago, I didn't know about English. Yeah, so because when I think about the English, difficult for me. Yeah, because I didn't vocabulary, I didn't know sentences. I didn't communicate with because I lose myself when I want to communicate with some people. I'm not confident. I'm not fluently. So I really pay attention to speak English with myself. Yeah. So every morning I look at the mirror. Yeah, train my mind to speak at the mirror and record my clip. So not order to listen my voice. Only me listen my voice. I think it's okay. My voice is strong. Then in the past, yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so proud. Yeah, so I have my wife. I'm keep private. My wife don't know about who I train speak English. So one day they know why you can speak English, but not fluently, but better than in the past. Yeah, I think the special with me and a wonderful day. So I really pay attention. Train every single day. Yeah, train before I go work out, before I go exercise. I train about 30 minutes. Yeah, every single day. And I drove a car, go to work. I listened YouTube, a native speaker, about 1 hour per day. Yeah, so after that, I arrive at home. I train again with myself, and look at the mirror and train for practice again. So I don't know a grammar rule, wrong or correct, I don't know. But if the people understand, I think that it's okay. Fantastic for me. Yeah, people understand. So sometimes when I communicate with other people, people understand. Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, I speak with myself. Yeah. So I think the next time, if I have time, I search or the learn grammar rule, because I didn't know about the grammar rule. So I think that I find to the best way for learning is the through the Zoom and the another app. So right now I getting better in the past. Yeah, I'm so glad because I can find opportunity and I can overcome any obstacle. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. You're doing great. Yes, if you don't have anybody to practice, then you can practice by yourself, talking in front of the mirror or recording yourself. Then it's better than nothing.
Yeah, sometimes if there's someone see to me, they see to me and they say, "Oh, I am craziest, crazy."
You're crazy because talking yourself.
Yeah, because I'm trained with myself. No one can see me. Yeah, yeah. I believe one thing work hard and work hard with silence is the greatest in my life.
Yeah, you can close your room and then nobody can watch you, so you can talk to yourself. That's better.
Yeah. The,
And
the 3% they can see me every single day, my children. Sometimes they respond to me, what the father what did every morning because they didn't understand. They speak only Thai language. Yeah.
okay, thank you very much for sharing, Va. Okay, so next question. So who wants to say something? Raise your hand. You can choose any of these questions. Uh-oh, where is that? Lost. Uh-oh. Jonathan, are you speaking? I can't hear you.
Yes. Yes, I was saying that maybe we can try question number 5.
Number 5.
You have difficulties. There you are. Remembering English words. Personally speaking, I try to write down sentences and some words I think are useful for my speech. So I don't practice every day, but from time to time I like to sit down and just take a look to these notes. So I'm able to remember everything.
And I think it's better if you want to remember the words that, especially if it's new for you, you have to practice making sentences. Try to put it into practice, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, writing tasks are quite useful in order to organize your ideas and also implement these new structures. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so thank you very much, Jonathan. Hernan, welcome back, Hernan.
Hi, hello, everybody. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again. How are you today?
Yes, everything is okay here. I'm driving my car, but it's a good time always to practice a bit English.
Oh, yes. Okay. So, Fabio, I saw you raise your hand. You wanna?
No, I was about to say something about what John was the guy.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I'm struggling to remember words. Maybe that's because I'm not using Anki cards or Anki Droid app, the app. And first of all, I have to do that and then have an opinion. But my best idea about that app was, and I think it's pretty good. I record myself making sentences. So instead of having the traditional flashcards that you can review whenever you want, I have audio flashcards. So each time that I have free time, I used to just play it, and they will reproduce the audio, so I can check it, some vocabulary and things like that. So with time, I used to remember all the sentences that I made and with any word in particular. And I think that was the best for listening and speaking because it's not written, it's just audio and it's just audible. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Fabio. Yes, Judy, you raise your hand, Judy.
Yes, Lynn. I think the question number 5 is interesting because it happens to me all the time. I have difficulties to recall or remember all the words. Sometimes when I practice reading or when I practice listening, I think that I already remember all the words. But when I start to speak, suddenly the whole beautiful words disappears, and then I cannot remember anything, and make me stiff. And but I try to heal it by practice by writing. Now I try to make a sort of diary every day when have when I'm about to go home after my work hours. I spare my time about 5 or 10 minutes to make a short diary, just a couple rows, just a couple sentence. I try to transfer what in my brain or what I try to transfer my thoughts in a paper. And sometimes when I read something or when I listen to the storytelling, every time I heard the interesting word or every time I heard the new words, I try to make a note in my books. I know sometimes it seems that it doesn't work because when I should use it, suddenly it disappears again. Yeah, but gradually I try. I think I get used to. So I think the best method uh, to recover the difficulties, yes, we have to make a good habit. So one day we will have effortless to recall everything or to we will be more easier to remember the words that we already know. Well, just opinion from me. Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Thanks, Judy. How about Claudia? You raise your hand. You want to say something?
Yeah, about this question, I have to say that I've been in this uncomfortable situation when I was talking some specific topic, or even in my work when I was translating some process. I felt lost. Yeah, but nowadays I could say that I can overcome this situation because I feel confident to in front of this another person. I am capable to say, sorry, I forget the word. I try to find out in my cell phone, and this time so fast. Or if I don't. How can I remember this word? I try to explain to another person that I'm trying to say. I forget the word. The word is about da 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 da, and I try to explain that what is the related this specific word, because sometimes we feel so stressed and try to don't forget some specific word that generally we forget, yeah, because the pronunciation, because this word is similar the pronunciation with another, and we said the wrong word. But the idea is to feel confident to explain to another person that you are trying to remember this word, but you don't remember, and try to explain with another words, or try to find another synonym.
Similar words. Similar words.
Similar word. Yeah, it's useful. Yeah, but I try to keep calm and explain because at the first time when we are experiencing this kind of difficult situation, we feel stuck and we lost a lot of words.
You have to pause and then think about it. And
yeah,
then if you can say similar
and explain and similar. And sometimes I was talking some subject and I confused the pronunciation. For example, I want to say rely on, and I said relate with. Yeah, for example, relate is another word. Or perhaps I want to say release, and I want to say realize, and I say release. Yeah, or passion with passion. So they are so similar in this pronunciation, and sometimes we are so confused that I try to fix after all.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Claudia. All right. So Hernan, you wanna say something? We only have 4 minutes. Go ahead, Hernan.
Okay. Not only I remember that when I used to speak with native speakers, the native speaker have the problem when you speak another word, a different word like realize and realize, and because it's similar for us, but for native it's totally different, and they used to be confused when you speak with native. But when we are speaking with non-native, it's like both are in the learning process. So I guess that in that way, when you speak with non-native speaker, they don't confuse when you make a mistake using similar words, because they understand that you are trying to say another things. I think that happened at least in my same accent, Latins. Sometimes I confuse the pronunciation, but they got the idea. But this happened with no native. But with native, they used to confuse. The other day, I was talking with a cousin, native. He born in United States, and I say breakfast. What do you say? Breakfast. I want to eat breakfast. He couldn't understand it. He thought that I was talking about break fast the car, something like that. But I'm sure, yes, I'm sure he was not native. He understood me very well at the first time. It's example.
Oh, yes. Well, it was really exciting because sometimes if you separate the words, then it's totally different meaning, right? So
exactly.
It's confusing. All right.
That happened.
So, anyway, guys, I really appreciate your presence today's meeting. Thank you for showing up and keep practicing your English. Anishka, you want to say something, Anishka?
Thank you very much for this opportunity to join the meeting and to speak English with people from different countries. It was very nice for me to see you here.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Jonathan?
It's always a pleasure, so I can wait to join the next meeting.
Sure. Feel free to join the next meeting. I think Shikar will be hosting next week. And Joe Tombo.
Next,
Before,
yeah, I have a question about this meeting because
every weekend.
Every weekend. Okay. Every weekend. Sunday.
Sunday or Saturday. Sometimes Saturday. Shikar, always Saturday. But in my case and Lisette, we always host the meeting every Sunday.
the same time or
It
sometimes?
depends on the host. In my time, always 9 p.m.
For right now, it's your time. It's okay for me because it's right now in Russia. It's 4:26 p.m.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, guys, before this close, thank you very much. Good job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see you in the group.
Bye, thank you.
See
See you
you.
guys.
See you.
I
Bye.
really appreciate
Nice.
you,
It's a
Ramon.
See ya.
pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
See you.
I really
Okay.
appreciate your presence as well. See you around. Bye-bye.
See you.
Sure.
Bye.
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 Bye.